Well, kia ora koutou katoa, no mai hara mai mo te kemu o Pui Uka. Welcome along to Championship Saturday, baby, our second grand final on the schedule for the day. And it'll be the Premier Reserve Men's Grand Final. It'll be contested between the Northcote Warriors and the Northcote Kings today. Just underway in the first innings. It'll be the Warriors in their maroon tops that are batting first. This will be a laced one down the line from the lead off the batter.
Obstruction.
And he is rounding the bases quickly, looking to come home. And he is safe. As we have a look there, that is Gabe Whareapoti getting off to the best possible start here in the grand final. Wow, who would have thought that? Straight off the bat here, Gabe Whareapoti gets the Northcote Warriors Premier Reserve team off with an in-the-park home run. I'm Jason.chopper.gerbes, a.k.a. Chopper. Great to have you along for this grand final. Joining me in colour commentary for this one, my mate Sean Maisie. Kia ora, Sean.
How are you, Chopper? Great to be on board. Thanks for the invite.
Great to have you here. As we see a bunt popped up. First pitch from Morgan Nātana Wihongi. Let's have a look at the batting lineup for the Warriors today. It was Gabe Whareapoti with that home runner. Nātana Wihongi now to be Love, Reid and Mays that are pound the punch to come. Harrison Bound, Tane Wilson, Nathan Reid and Jackson Gerbes, the first baseman. That will round out the order for the Northcote Warriors team here in this one. Top of the first innings. Warriors in their maroon tops tonight. Today, Kings in the grey, so that makes it easier on the scoreboard and for you at home. Just want to thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Great to have you along for it. I'm just going to tweak that umpire mic down a little bit, just catching a little bit of breeze in there. So hopefully we can keep that under control for you. Fantastic indeed. Just while they're resetting up, let's have a look at the defensive lineup for the Kings. It'll be Roo, Nase and Fuller in the outfield. Ned Roos in the hot corner third base. Gerbes and Lynch up the middle, shortstop and second base. Tuckaroo, he's over at first base. Harry Common behind the dish. And Kane McGann, the starting pitcher here for the Northcote Kings. A match-up for these two teams and fought their way through the season to get to the grand final. As I mentioned, it's Sean Mays in colour commentary with us. Maisie, mate, the Northcote Warriors and the Northcote Kings, what do you expect to see today?
Well, we've got two teams, one experienced, a lot of older heads, and the Warriors who are kind of the young pretenders coming through, making the final, which is very impressive, and obviously brought the bats to the game because that first turn at bat was a good start.
Hard hit ball here from Nātana Wihongi, but it'll go out of play down the side. Maisie, we've got a good umpiring crew, the Kaiwawa.
Yeah, definitely. Michael let home plate. Mike McCaw on first base. Our old mate Kevin Sheehy on third. So let's look forward to some good calls.
Really blessed with our umpires, our Kaiwawa this season at the North Harbour Softball Association. Of course, today's broadcasts are brought to you by North Harbour Softball. Yeah, grand final day, which is fantastic. It's obviously underneath the guidance of Softball New Zealand and brought to you by Ballpark Broadcasting. A complete pleasure to do that for you. Nātana Wihongi now continues to work. As you see, Des Warman on screen, the head coach for the Warriors. And Nātana Wihongi will go down on strikes. Ryan Love will come up to bat next, the pitcher. Well, we mentioned Des Warman, the head coach for this Warriors side. Tell us a bit about him, Maisie.
Well, Des has been around for a while. He's started off at another club, East Coast Bays, and he's come over to Northcote. Brought some good young kids with him, and has done really well at Northcote, getting through 17s, 19s, and now reserves. So, yep, making finals is what it's all about when you're a coach.
It is indeed. one of the clubs he played for as a junior. You'll know all about this club, mate. He played for Prem or Parry.
Parry, yes, and we're talking about Parry. Back in those days, it was a reserve competition, Parry versus Northcote. Always a very heated affair. So I think the less said about that, the better.
Indeed, fantastic to have competition alive and kicking as we see a close-up of Hayes Ruud left field here for the Kings side today. 1 and 2 the count on Love, the Rhino. And he laces that one. I tell you what, he doesn't get cheated, does he, Maisie?
No, he doesn't. He's got a good eye, batting pitcher. Know a little bit about Ryan. He's a good player, and he will probably be the point of difference in this game. Semi-final
last week, I think it was in the either Prem Reserves or the Prem's final. I can't remember which one it was now off the top of my head. Had a grand slam. Well, it was the Prem's semi-final. And off and running here, trying to get the first base. And he will indeed. So good luck charm here for the Rhino.
Yeah, Chop, a little bit of confusion there from the runner, but safe on one.
It's one of those things where you're like, oh, damn it, I've got to run now, eh, Maisie?
That's right. You're annoyed because you've just cut it a third strike, and then you've got to get to one.
That'll bring up to bat now Noah Reid. He's starting second baseman, and this kid is exciting to watch.
Yeah, good player. The more cuts he gets moving forward, the better he will be. So, expect big things from Noah.
Only 16 years of age is Noah. Well, actually, might be 15, Maisie.
He's the younger brother of the two Reid boys playing in this game. So, yeah.
The older brother playing left field today, Nathan, hitting in the 8th spot for the Warriors. Family affair. Mum's on the scorebook. This one pops up, and it'll go foul out of the play. A good thing I like to see with hitters is hitting the ball where it's pitched. You see there, keeping his hands back. If it's on the outside edge of the zone, then he will look to just drive it that way. Down low. That'll see Love down at second base. So scoring position here for the Warriors in the top of the first innings. Already converted one run.
Time's out.
As you can hear, timeout by Harry Common. And that's a good understanding of when required to chat to his battery mate, isn't it, Maisie?
That's exactly right. I think it was Noah's doing a good job in there. 2 strikes. He's done his job moving that runner, and that's the important thing. Getting on base, but also moving that runner and increasing that one run lead.
So as Noah Reid steps back in to go to work against Kane McGann. Just make sure he's got the sticky stuff on the right hand. And here comes McGann with the 2-2. Proving a difficult out here, a quality at bat, Maisie.
He's doing a good job. He's having a look. He's obviously picking his area, and he's staying in there by getting those foul tips. I expect them to move the ball on this one.
Kane McGann, a very experienced campaigner on the hill here today for the Kings. And a swing and a miss on the outside edge will take care of the second out.
Temporary.
That's you, Maisie. That big screen beside you with the replays. That's all you, my friend.
Yeah, a bit unlucky with that third strike. I think, probably would have expected a bit more from himself moving the ball, but got to be into one.
You saw on screen there Wayne Rhodes, the assistant coach for the Warriors. Of course, Wayne Rhodes, a very successful week this week. Head coach for the Westlake Boys High School, as they march their way to a national title at their secondary school champs right here at Perth Athletic Sports Stadium. Fantastic result. Bring it up to bat now. Starting shortstop for the Warriors, and that is Liam Mays. You might know a little bit about him, Maisie.
Yeah, your left-hand batter. Yep, he's had a couple of seasons off, come back this year. Just getting himself back in there. Doing all right. But, can't be too critical.
Nah, it's all about them these days, isn't it, my mate?
It is.
I know what it's like. I've got two kids out there playing in this match. JP at shortstop for the Kings at the moment. And young Jacko will be hitting for the Warriors in the 9 spot and playing first base in the bottom of the first innings. Ned Rue playing third base today for the Kings. 3 Rue brothers in here, as we see a little off-speed action from McGann. One thing got to be happy with this Warriors side here. Quality at bats. Another 2-2 count. Pulls that ball to the right side. They'll need a good play. Can't get it off the glove. Looking to score. And he will. A fantastic connection from the shortstop, Mays. An even better base running here from Ryan Lowe. Oh, sorry, looks like there's a DR out there. Got to make the play, though.
Yeah, Noah Reid, really good, on his toes. Obviously got that call from the coach, so great coaching. Increased that lead to 2-0. Good hit by Mays. Fortunate with that field, but hey, you got to be in to win.
You sure do indeed. Of course, yeah, that was Noah Reid running with 2 outs. The pitcher, Love, came off and Reid went out to run for him. And he come up trumps there to score the second run of the top of the first innings here in the grand final of the Premier Reserve Men's. You can see McGann just revving it up a couple of kilometres, Maisie.
Yeah. Definitely this Warriors team needs to jump out to a lead. These experienced heads in the Kings team will bat. So the more runs they can get early on, the better, the more competitive this game's going to be.
I'm pleased to announce the director is in the house, Matt Jordan. So he's going to jump on and direct after this half innings, and Tanisha's going to jump into the production role. She'll take care of all your replays for you. Commercial break, bed music in and out. And luckily, Tanisha Hokama's got a double degree, Maisie.
Yeah.
I could like to tell you exactly what they are, but they're that good. As we see Mays just swipe second bag here. Uncontested.
Yeah, close. Yeah, yep. It's good running. It's good running.
Scoring position again here, the Warriors in the top of the first innings.
Having a look.
This one off. Need to hustle the catcher. And he is safe. And so runners in the corners for the Warriors here in the first innings.
Yeah, excellent work there by Harrison Bound. You make your own luck. Yeah, you've got to make that close call. So Mays, yeah, safe on 3. That's good. Harrison Bound safe on 1. Warriors looking good.
Off to a great start here in the top of the first innings. Hard hit ball. And the bounces. And that'll be runs here for the Warriors as another run will come in. It is 3 runs to 0 now.
Yeah, Chopper, this Warriors team's definitely brought the bats today. They're looking pretty good in there. This is going to be a high-scoring game, I feel.
Tane Wilson with that hit to right field. The youngster, what a season he's had. And you'll see here that the Kings will just take a break here. Try and diffuse this momentum that the Warriors will come out of the dugout with, Maisie.
Yeah, it's always good when you get a hit like that. Things are sort of getting a little bit out of control. Definitely the Kings needed to just just stop things, have a reset, and just make sure they're all on the same page, how they're going to deal with this situation.
Looks like the centre field camera's got that bag over it again. As Tanisha will talk to the crew about getting that tidied up. Did mention this morning, would it make the bag smaller? So that doesn't happen, but oh well, that's twice today already. So the crew member's on his way out there to tidy that up for you shortly. Tanisha will send one of them for us. Troy's normally the man to fix that bag at centre field. This one's up top. And he will score as well. The Warriors are off to the best start possible here, Maisie, 4-0.
Look, nice aggressive running. That's what it's all about. I love this sort of stuff. It's good, hard running, just good aggressive stuff.
Well, if you had told me on the way to the ballpark this morning that the Warriors would be leading 4-0 after the first innings, Maisie, I would have told you you'd already been at the pub since 2 a.m.
I fully agree, Chopper. It's a bit of a surprise for me. I was expecting it to be a little bit more even early on as they sound each other out. But look, this Warriors team has just come to play.
And enough's enough, says Kane McGann, as you'll pump that one through the zone. 8 batters come up here for the Warriors. And it couldn't have been a better start to get us underway in the grand final. It's the Kings and the Warriors are leading 4-0 at this point. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here. We've got a fantastic grand final set up for you. Let's have a look at the defensive lineup for the Warriors. Nathan Reid, Tane Wilson, Harrison Bound, left, right in the outfield. Whanapoti, hot corner. Mason Reid up the middle, shortstop, second base. Jackson.chopper at first. Ngātara Wihongi behind the dish. And Ryan Love, the left-handed pitcher. The Rhino will get us underway here in the bottom of the first innings. The Warriors have come out to shock this Kings side. In the top of the first innings, played in 4 runs. And it'll be the Kings that will look to answer right back here in the bottom of the first innings. 4 runs scored. Just updating my scorebook. JP Gerbes here, the shortstop, leading off for the Kings. Mays, tell us a little bit about JP.
JP, he's a good player. He's and that's not just sucking up to you, Chopper. He's a good player. He's a great fielder, good hitter, got a good head on his shoulders, plays aggressive softball.
His chance to try and make a stamp here in the grand final. This one just misses outside. So a hitter's count for the leadoff batter here, Gerbes. David Downs in charge of the Kings this year, an experienced campaigner. Maisie, he came from Puremonemo as a junior too.
Yes, Davey, yep, definitely a top player back in the day, and now plying his trade as a coach and doing well also.
This one will come through and level the count. Full the count, I should say, 3-2. Interesting, Maisie, this grand final contested between hard hit ball down the line, it'll go foul. Offensively for the Kings, you'll see Gerbes leading off, but Quinton Lynch hitting 2 today. Jesse Fuller and Kane McGann and Ned Rue, that is the power right there. Harry Cobb will be hitting 6 today. Hayes and Takuru will be 7 and 8. And the centre fielder, Rainan Nase, will round out the batting order. And a walk outside, just misses the edge of the strike zone.
Good eyes from Gerbes there. Needed to do that job.
This one pops up. Great to have you along here on behalf of Ballpark Broadcasting. Presentation of grand final day here. And Gerbes will swipe second base. Maisie, you remember when you were that quick?
Mate, I used to get called out for leaving late. No, it's...
you know what? I reckon that's the best thing I've ever heard. I used to get called out for leaving late. So good.
Yeah, I think we were all a little bit quicker back in the day. But, look, you know, Quinton, he was always going to look at that steal from 1 to 2, JP Gerbes. Corners up and aggressive. They've got the Warriors have got a bit of stamp, a bit of authority out in the field with these guys if they want to maintain this lead.
Yeah, this one comes through the edge of the zone. See, right down there and can't quite get to it, Lynch, and that will be the first out here in the bottom of the first innings. Jesse Fuller now, the starting right fielder. Now this kid has exploded with the bat this season, Maisie.
Yes, yep. Long ball hitter, runner on 2. He could break this game open.
Trailing by 4 here, the Kings. The Kings won't mind me saying this. They're the kaumatua in this matchup. The older team versus the younger Warriors team here, Macy. Of course, everyone loves the David and Goliath story, don't they?
They do. And it's up to these young guys in this Northcote Warriors team to really step up and show these old guys that they're nipping at their heels. Because a lot of these boys playing in this Warriors team will be future Prem players. Or current Prem players, some of them anyway.
That one comes through. There's Gerbes at second base, scoring position. Really important the Kings answer back here in the bottom of the innings, right, Maisie?
Definitely. They've got a
Hard hit ball.
Good play.
Third base has got it. The throw is over. Gerbe's trying to go to 2. And he is safe. See a hard hit ball there, which then well played by Wharepauri to get him out at 1. The throw back. And the tag at second base is boy oh boy close.
Yeah, it's as good as you're going to get it when it's a whole diamond.
That'll bring up the veteran now, Kane McGann. Kings 60 feet away. This one's up top. This one tight inside. Tino Tata very, very close. Kane McGann, we mentioned the veteran of the game, Maisie. What type of presence does Kane McGann bring to this Kings team?
Well, at this point, although it'll be early on, it is a bit of a pressure point, and Ryan Love has got to watch himself here. Pass ball is a run. A hit is a run. So, pressure time. Pressure time for the Warriors.
Did that hit him then, Maisie?
I'm not sure. It could have rolled just past his shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't.
It was close,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah, I think someone like probably Kane McGann would probably want to stay in the box and hit.
Yeah. Didn't touch me, Blue.
Yeah, it didn't touch me.
Swing and a miss. We'll see the third out here from the Kings side. They're left scoreless at the end of the first innings. And what's wicked, I tell you what, I'm still a little bit shocked, Maisie. I'm still a little bit shocked. Fantastic start here for the Kings side as we will go to the bottom of the second innings in just a moment. Yeah, so all I did there, you just did in and out, just do one replay at a time. Yeah?
Jack Link's Jerky presents Hangry Moments.
What's your kitty's name?
It's a puma. Thank you.
Jack Link's Jerky, the protein-packed way to feed your wild side.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium here as we get underway in the top of the second innings. It'll be Jackson.chopper, the number 9 hitter, who will lead off here. He'll be followed by Gabe Wharepauri and Morgan Nātana Wihongi. Game again continues on the hill here for the Kings. This one lifts up. You see this one just on the outer edge. Gerbes can't quite get to it. Safely underneath it is the starting shortstop, his older brother, JP Gerbes. So one away here. Maisie, from the Warriors' point of view, as we see Dante Awihungi warming up to come in next after Gabe Wharepoti here. What will the Warriors want to achieve right now?
The Warriors will definitely want to keep the momentum going. I think they've got the Kings on a back foot here. That last out, yeah, there'll be a few discussions around the dinner table over that one. But yeah, getting back to this turn at bat, I think Gabe needs to back up his first turn at bat at the start of the game, which of course was an infield home run. So got to be aggressive here, keep the momentum going.
Keep the momentum going indeed. Looks like our umpires are just taking care of a bit of gardening out there. As we see just down at the moment, starting pitcher, Kane McGann. Is that Kane McGann down there, Maisie?
Yes, it is. Looks like he's either strained or done something to a leg through the course of pitching.
I knew he wasn't fully healthy. Maisie, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back to the grand final here. It is the Warriors taking on the Kings. They're leading 4-0. More action to come to you live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium in just a moment.
Whoops, running on empty? Enjoy a 6 cents per litre fuel discount at your local Caltex with Pumped every day. Ah, feels good, eh? Get it at any participating Caltex.
Sometimes virtual reality begs for more reality. Jack Links is good with it.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
I'm Trevor Johnson and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees. 1,000 hectares into forest and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh yeah, feels good. Use it at your local participating Caltex.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Top of the second innings. As you see a pitching change in. Jesse Fuller onto the hill. Maisie, what other changes we've got out there for the Kings?
We've got Connor Flanagan's come to 1. Tuckeroo's gone to right field.
Perfectly done. That's where Jesse was, so he's moved in from the outfield to pitch now.
Yep.
And this one goes outside on Whare Putty, and he'll go down to first base. Tell us a little bit about the replacement pitcher, though, Maisie, about Jesse Fuller.
Jesse plays pitches, he plays third, he's a good hitter, he's a good all-round softballer, which is great at his age because he's got it all in front of him. He's got time to concentrate on one particular skill, but at the moment he's doing everything. But he has got the pressure on him here coming in with this sort of deficit. He needs to get his team back on top.
This one outside and leaving early at first base. Is that what you got, Mace?
Jeez, leaving early. I missed that one.
Whare Putty. So with an opportunity for the Warriors here in the top of the second innings. It's always an interesting one too, isn't it, Maisie? And I'm not critical of our umpires because we're very lucky to have our Kaiwawao here with us. But if you leave early to go steal a base, sweet as a nut, you're gone. Get out of here, right?
Yeah.
But if you leave early on a lead and just going back to first base, I mean, like, what? You left early to go back to where you started from?
It's always a bit of a contentious issue, those ones, because the runner's obviously trying to get the hop, trying to get out early, and it can just happen sometimes. Just the ump sees it, and he'll call it. It is a bit of a changer because it's after that effort of getting onto one, it's such an easy way to give up your position.
Well, don't get me wrong. We know the letter of the law, right? You're not allowed to leave your base until the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, as this one is fouled down the line. But if you're not getting advantage, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, correct. Yeah, correct.
I mean, like, hey, buddy, you know that rule at that point? Just slide it in the back pocket beside that $20 that Maisie gave you before the game.
It's always good to make sure that you look at the ump when you get to one and say, you're looking at my feet, because I may be looking at leaving.
You see this pitch here, Maisie. Twinkle toes.
Yeah, that's a walk to one, and then while throwing the bat back to his teammates, actually hit his teammate. And you don't want to be doing that. That's your pitcher.
Beautiful, beautiful. 2 away here.
I'd also add that you shouldn't be hitting your senior players like that as well.
No. Hey, Roll.
Look after those pitches. They're a precious
I love
breed.
our umpires, but someone needs to tell Kevin Sheehy to move to the left a little. Can you make that happen, Maisie? Have you got a run off the base, and he's off and running now. Gabe Whare Putty back in the run. Will he come home? He's trying. And Gabe Whare Putty has done it again. He's scored twice in the grand final. It's the Warriors leading 5 runs to 0.
Chopper, I love those sort of the situations that happen in games, because what it reflects is the runner is really aware of what's going on around him. He's being smart. He's looking to take every opportunity to advance his base running, and is rewarded there with putting another run on the board for the Warriors. Well done, Gabe Whare Putty.
Gets called out for leaving early. Gets a second chance, does Whare Putty. And he says, guess what? I'm not leaving early this time. I'm just going to score and create some havoc. Gabe Whare Putty having a great grand final.
Yeah, well, quick learner, Chopper, quick learner.
Yeah, indeed. Plus also, that's a good thing of an athlete, an elite athlete, not to allow that to affect you and just focus on the game ahead from that point.
Correct.
Oh, a little bit high. Ryan Love, hitters count now. 2 balls, no strikes. A dangerous hitter at any time. And, it's 3 balls. Apologies before that, so that'll be 4. Chopper could learn to count, Maisie.
No comment.
Oh, beautiful. You see Ryan Love there, comes down to first base. He's like, dude, can I call time? Oh, no, there his Gabe's back out again. This will be good. Him and the first base umpire, they're good buddies now, Maisie.
Yeah, he'll be watching him now.
Yeah. We need to get a camera on him leading off. 100%. I bet you he's going to be so good here. Here he is. Oh, there's the assistant coach, Wayne Rhodes. He mentioned he had a banner week this week.
Well, of course, yeah, it is up to the first base coach to look after his runner as well. So
Off and running on the pitch, and it's Wharepoti swiping his second bag here in the second innings. Look at this kid. You can tell he's not doing the washing at home, is he, Maisie?
that's exactly right. But it also is reflected on how he's playing the game,
Yeah,
which is
man.
getting down and dirty,
Yeah.
which is good.
Young Noah Reid, 15 years of age, and here he is, featuring prominently for Des Warman. Up the wires, by the way. Got their first win of the season, Maisie. How good?
Can't comment. I'm a Tigers fan, mate. So
am I. So am I. We've all
Yeah.
got a NRL club before the Warriors.
yeah, and it's definitely not our year.
Oh, but Benji Marshall's in charge
Yeah,
this year.
Benji. Yeah, there'll be a couple of years of I think of getting back on top. It's not the team of 2005.
This one pops up. No, all 2011. Got to go to the grand final of the Warriors in 2011. Of course, the Benji Marshall back around the back pass in 2005. How good was that, Maisie?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Being a tragic Balmain supporter, seeing those West Tigers win in 2005 was good. It was a great team.
You know, don't call me a traditionalist or feet stuck in the sand, but I still find it funny calling them West Tigers.
Oh, correct. Me too.
Balmain Tigers.
I'll never get used to
Balmain Tigers.
it. They've got to be Balmain.
Yeah.
It'll happen. One day.
One day. Back to the action here in the grand final. Noah Reid will lift this one up. Wharepoti was off and running on the pitch. So Des Warman, head coach, here with 2 away in the top of the second innings, still pulling strings. Runners at second base now. Scoreboard will update shortly. And down to 3 he goes, and he swipes it. You see the delivery here, and Common's got to be quick. So he flips around, and just in there in time is Wharepoti. Requires some housekeeping work by Kevin Sheehy.
I like the way Noah Reid there stood up after he did his job. He made it a lot more easier for the runner from 2 to 3 with no clear play by the catcher.
So 60 feet away from their 6th run, the Warriors. And Reid punches it up the middle. Double play, bounce. The throw's got to be strong from Gerbes, and it is. Tough play here, Maisie. Got to make it, though.
Close play, yes, close play. Very, very good field. Good play to 1. That was a 50-50. That could have gone either way. And I suppose the Kings need something to go their way. So yeah.
They do indeed. An exciting grand final here, and it's the Kings that are underway with plenty of action and plenty of runs. 6 of them so far as we go to the bottom of the second innings. Or was it 5? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium. Had their score corrected for you. It was 1 run scored by the Warriors in the top of the innings. And that will bring us to the scoreline 5 runs to 0 here, now in the bottom of the second innings. Got a real good one going on in the grand final. The younger team, the Taina, Tuakana Taina, Tuakana being the older brother. That's the Kings, who are trailing by 5 against the Taina, the younger brothers. And it'll be a chance for Ned Rue to get us underway here, followed by Harry Common and Taku Rue. 1, 2 and 3 here for the Kings as they try to bite their way into this maze. There's got to be a surprise lead for the Warriors.
Yep. I think the Warriors will be feeling very, very happy with what's gone on so far. The Kings really need to have back-to-back hits. They need to start something going here.
They sure do indeed. Ned Rue. A couple of years away from Northcote, now back this season with his 2 brothers. Strikes out to start the bottom of the second innings. How good's the replays, ladies and gentlemen? Tanisha Hakamo's on the replay machine, just saying. And the director's in the house, Matt Jordan. Hide your dogs, whatever you can do. Or they're on the screen, I tell you. As soon as he finds one, Maisie, it's like a montage of puppy shots.
Oh, really? Everyone's got their thing, I suppose.
Everyone's got their thing. Harry Common's got a real good thing going on. An outstanding young athlete. Left-handed catcher, that's unusual, but he's really, really good at it.
There's a bit of pressure on Harry here. He's really got to start this going. Got to get a safe hit.
That's beauty. You see Ryan then? His catcher, young Morgan Natana Wihungi. He's about half his age, to be honest with you. Throws it back and it's right at his feet. He looks up at him. He's like, righto, young fella. You want to throw it up here a little?
Pitcher's prerogative. I've actually been involved in games where the catcher has thrown a bad throwback from the catcher, and the pitcher's just left it. It's gone right through to second base or shortstop, who's picked the ball up from him.
You see pinpoint accuracy from Ryan Love here for the second strikeout. That'll bring up the now right fielder, Taku Rue. This Kings side, don't be mistaken, they will score some runs in this game, Maisie.
Yep, I'm thinking they should shorten up. I think they need to get runs, so I would expect Dave Downs to shorten the game up and start looking at bunting, but not obviously.
Punches it up the middle, and here you go. There's a bunt to centre field. Does that make you happy?
That's right. That made everything I just said completely wrong. But I was just giving my impression, my opinion on it.
You're dead right, Maisie. You've got lots of tactics you can use at different parts of the game, and I'm sure David Downs will have them all in his back pocket when required. Runner on first base now for the Kings. Second base runner of the match, just the lead-off walk to Gerbes, the other in the bottom of the first innings. This young hitter now, Hayes Rue, boy oh boy, I've seen him hit some monster. And when I say monster, Maisie, I mean monster home runs.
Monster hits, yes.
Kevin Sheehy, second base umpire. Wait, Maisie, you were going to talk to him. Get us out of our shot. What's happening, Maisie? Is he not answering his phone?
Who's that? Sheehy?
Yeah.
He's concentrating on making good calls.
Yeah, because he can't see the pitch hit the strike zone. Look at him.
Oh, look at that, Sheehy.
I tell you what, Sheehy.
You got to get out the way.
Your father wasn't a window maker, all right?
And there's better views than that.
There's a good one. There's your boy, Liam Mays. We'll have a chat to the umpires in the innings break, or Sheehy. Maisie will go down there and have a say to him, hey, bud, do you mind just when you're at second base being 1 or 2 steps to the left? all the right. Take your pick.
Yeah, exactly. He should be aware of what's going on. Old Kev.
Of course, he's focusing on the game here.
Yeah.
We're only just giving him a bit of stick. The good man is Kevin Sheehy. Hard case fella too. I've been round to his game to watch a few All Black games over the years. Maisie.
Yep.
Sets it all up there, the outside deck and stuff. And wife puts on an amazing spread. All I know is the next morning I wake up, my head's a little sore.
Yes, he's a great host, as old Sheesh, if you go around to his place for a footy game. Yeah, I've experienced a couple of those nights that turn into early mornings.
I always try to find my way into his wine cabinet. He's always got some good wine there. I don't do that everywhere. If you're thinking of inviting me around to watch an All Black game, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be respectful. But if you've got good wine, Chopper does like a nice drop.
It's good for the soul.
Well, this one just outside. Yeah, she's gone over to third base now. We're all good, Maisie.
We've got to have you back again.
A walk issued to Hayes, so runners on 1 and 2 now. And I'll bring up the number 9 hitter centre fielder. That is Rainan Nasi. Maisie, you got a dog at home?
We got 2 dogs. Yeah, they're both shelter dogs, so we got them from the pound. Gave them a better life, I suppose you'd say. Ayla and Huck.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Oh, hello. There you go. I told you, Maisie. I found the puppies. It's a 2-for-1 deal.
Oh, there they are.
It's Quinton Lynch's family. Whānau here to watch. Starting second baseman of the Warriors. This one ricochets off and allow the runners to move up 60 feet. Well, my puppy is here, Pippi, and she has this thing. She just likes to be close, and right now she's sitting underneath the production table. Of course, she's probably just inspecting all the cables in the right place. Or she's going to pull them out of the right place. One of the two, Maisie.
If they were mine, they'd be looking for food.
Pippi is in the house.
Yep.
Lovely lump puppy. One thing she doesn't like is she loves coming to the park, Maisie. She doesn't like it when the foul ball hits the roof, the bang it makes.
Oh, it's not a silent thing. It's very noisy up here at the park, and it tends to wake you up. And
Wharepoti there just turning around. And there's Takururu. He's up for the game. He knows what's up for stake here, that's for sure. Only 60 feet away from the first run of the ball game for the Kings. Outside pitch. And Nasi will head down to first base. That'll load him up, Macy. A big moment here in the bottom of the second innings.
This is potentially a turning point in the game. Loaded bags. We've got JP Gerbes up, who can really open this game up. Warriors have got to be on their toes here and shut this down.
Bottom of the second innings here. 5-run lead to the Warriors in their maroon shirts. Loaded bases as the first pitch just snaps the outside edge of the zone. This one pops up. If it's caught, they're out of the jam. Backing up, calling him off, and a juggle and a jiggle. But the outfielder will make the grab here, which looks like Nathan will make the grab. And he did indeed, as they'll come out of the innings and they advert the bases loaded jam here in the bottom of the innings. It is the Warriors that continue the lead here in the grand final. 5-0. Welcome back. Message is being delivered. The grand. I'm not a lip reader, but I'm pretty sure Kevin Sheehy says, happy birthday, Chopper. And thank you so much for joining us here in the grand final. Kevin Sheehy just made the team jump up and down. That was hilarious. We're back to the action here, as it'll be Liam Mays at the top. Oh my goodness, that was too good. So if you've just joined us, here, if you've just joined us here in the grand final, our centrefield camera shot has the second base umpire, Kevin Shee. He keeps on getting in the way. So we sent the colour commentator down there, Liam Mays, to talk to him. Just pass it on just nicely. And then here you are, he's like, Des, you'll never guess what Chopper just did. He sent Sean Mays down here to tell me to move. And then he in his own character says, you know what, you tell him this. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. What a great man. Fantastic. Oh, that was beautiful. I'm glad I can't lip read Maisie. You don't have to tell us what he said.
There was certainly a different description I would have given to that conversation, but yeah.
Oh,
and his reply, but we'll see whether he follows up the instructions and he does move his chuffer out the way.
That's hilarious. Liam Mays, the shortstop, leading off here for the Warriors. Now, I tell you what, sometimes, it kind of looks like, at times, I'm seeing double. I don't know why I'm seeing double, but, it just looks like it sometimes. And I think it's my glasses are upside down. That's how it goes. And a ground out to second base for the first out. So one away here in the top of the third innings. That'll bring up Harrison Bound now, the right fielder. This one outside. Connor Peden checked into the ball game, and unfortunately the starting pitcher Kane McGann succumbed to an injury in the top of the second innings. Injured his leg last week, and I remember the play now, Maisie. It was a bunt play that popped up and went over the pitcher. Third base shortstop came for it, and he tried to go back for it as well and kind of slipped and kind of tweaked something in his leg, and it's obviously still not healthy.
Yeah, it's not a good injury for a pitcher with a lower leg. There's a lot of impact on those legs anyway, just through the pitching motion. So when you sort of get caught off guard and twist to field it, it can happen.
It can happen indeed. Hard hit ball by Bound, and it's down the corner, and it's a good one. He's off to the races, rounding second, looking for third. And that gets away. It skips over the fence, and it's an in the park home run with a little bit of assistance. The Warriors lead the grand final 6-0.
6 runs to nil in favour of the Northcote Warriors.
Maisie, you tell us what you see here.
Yeah, well, you make your own luck. I mean, Harrison Bowd, good hit at the ball. He's aggressive, running around 2 and 3, and he sees that opportunity come up. Ball gets thrown, and it's out of the ground.
So this one skips off the glove of Gerbes, trying to cut it because it's in the dirt, and it unfortunately ricochets over the boundary fence.
Bit of confusion there by Harrison, but at least he kept his eyes on where the ball was, so he could make a fair call.
He does indeed, and he comes home.
He bounds home,
He bounds home accordingly. And a hit pitch to Tane Wilson. Wilson will make sure he's okay. 14 years of age, Tane Wilson, and here he is, a starter in the grand final of the Premier Men's Division. You know what that spells to me, Maisie? Pathway.
Pathway, exactly. He's got good pedigree. His older brother plays for the Roosters, very good player. Black Sox, up and coming development Black Sox. His father was a good player back in the day, Dino, good close mate of mine, so I've got to drop his name into the conversation. So yeah, comes from good stock.
Quinton Lynch, the starting second baseman. Jesse Fuller came on in relief in the top of the second innings. We're in the top of the third now. Fuller, fresh off 7 innings of work last night in the under-19 boys grand final. Maisie pitched them to a victory, 2-1. He pitches all 7 innings. He hits a 2-run home run to give them their offensive well. Amazing grand final from Jesse Fuller. Now having to back it up one day later.
Yep, one game's a little short time between games, but he's young, he's strong. I don't think that'll worry him too much. He's just got to figure out how to get this Kings team back into competition.
Nathan Reid now, starting left fielder, and he punches one up. Underneath it is Rue. And he'll run it in to make sure the runner doesn't advance from first base.
That'll bring up number 15, Jason.chopper.gerbes.
So with 2 away here, that'll bring up the pitch the first baseman, Jackson.Gerbes, the other 14-year-old Pathway representative in this lineup, and a quick timeout here for the Kings. What's happening out there, Maisie?
Well, yeah, the Davies just called his team in. Obviously, another reset. Just to back up what you were saying about young Jacko and Tane, both making representative teams through the age groups. This is really good to see that these young kids are A, being given an opportunity, and 2, they're actually stepping up. So long may it continue.
Both named in the New Zealand D-Sox under 15 squad. They'll be heading away to Pukekohe for the Easter Classic for New Zealand next weekend. Maisie, I'm going to need you to sponsor my son. Is that okay? As you know, Maisie, you'll do anything for your kids.
Oh, exactly.
Dad's already got 4 jobs. I need to get 5 now. This one pops up. And it'll be the shortstop Gerbes that'll take control here to make sure that the Warriors don't advance anymore, because they've been advancing all the way through. 4 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, and now 1 in the third to lead the ball game 6-0.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the bottom of the third innings, and we're going to have a pinch hitter come into the ball game. It'll be Cooper Watson will sign in for Quinton Lynch. Maisie, potentially just the pinch hitter option here for the Kings.
Yeah, exactly, Chopper. I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it again. The Kings really need to change something up here. They're they're not getting runners on. They're getting runners on, but they're not scoring runs. So, if you carry on doing the same thing, you can't expect any different. So, David Downs is he's put his pinch hitter in. He's expecting to get on base.
I think the cool thing, we just talked about it on the other side with the two 14-year-olds playing in the game, the pathway. Cooper Watson's 15, getting a chance to come into a final of a Prem Reserves. It's just allowing them to get a step of a taste of what's to come, isn't it?
Exactly, and also playing at this venue as well. This is the top venue in the country. To be playing on this diamond, as you said, Chopper, in a final, and at that age, that's huge for the future of the game.
Sure is indeed. Jesse Fuller now grounded out to third base in his first at bat. Opportunity, see that wind on the umpire's mic still a little. It's a little windier out there than it feels in here. That wind is coming in from what direction, Maisie?
I think it looks like it's coming in. It's an easterly, maybe a northeasterly, I should say.
Okay, for those people that don't understand north, south, east, westerly direction, like Chopper, because I'm useless at that. Oh, hard hit ball here from Fuller. This is going, and long gone. Jesse Fuller puts a charge in it. Wow!
And do we say now, Chopper, the gate is closed? The gate, the puppy has left the pound.
Wow! Jesse Fuller, 2-run home run last night, and a solo shot here in the grand final, the first score of the Kings. That thing was long gone, but look at this. Did it land on the roof? Maisie?
Yeah, there was nowhere else that ball was going except for up and out.
There it is, just
short,
but
still a long hit. Still
wow.
a long hit. Yeah.
Jesse Fuller has exploded onto the men's scene this season at 18 years of age. A 2-run home run in the 19s final last night to win it for his team.
And this is what we talked about, this kid. He hits, he's pitching. He fields at third. He's just a great all-round player. Great hit.
Connor Flanagan now checked into the ball game for the injured Kane McGann at first base. Gets his first at-bat of the contest. That was deep, Maisie.
Yes, it was. Good, nice long hit. Could have done with some runners on base, but hey, you take it where you can.
So who's getting the first run? The Kings had a runner at third base in the first inning, loaded bases in the second inning, didn't convert. Jesse Fuller says, you know what? Let me take care of one run for us. This one pops up. And it'll be a safe hit for Connor Flanagan for his first at-bat.
Good turn at bat there, Chopper. I don't know whether you noticed, he shortened his handle a little bit then. So it was always going to be a punch. And he got it right in between the infield and the outfield. So good safe hit.
Going to bring up Ned Rue now. Jesse Fuller. Boy, oh boy. What a knock. Ryan Love continues to work on the mound here, still with a 5-run lead. The bottom of the third innings. Games are an hour 45. Am I correct on that, Maisie?
Yep, you're right. And just talking about Ryan Love pitching, he's got to start pitching within himself now. He's just got to get things back on track. He's had one stuck out the park on him and also a safe hit. So that's a good reply. A nice little dinker out there to shortstop.
Well, Mays will take care of that one. In this case, it was a pitch on the outside of the zone that Rue tried to pull. And that's the one we talked about earlier about hitting the ball where it's pitched, right? Really, really important as you develop as a hitter here. You can see on screen here, David Downs making a change. You can see on the on-deck circle is Tyrell, excuse me, Henare.
10 is out, replaced by 15. Going to position 5.
And it'll be Tyrell Henare that'll come in for Harry Common. I think they said he was staying in the game going to third base. We'll find out when he takes the field. Tyrell, really cool kid, back into the game of softball this year. After a long time, I think the last time he played was almost like T-ball, Maisie.
Okay.
And boy, has he been great this year. Was just playing under 19s, excuse me, but he played so well he got a call up in the Prem reserves, and here he is rewarded with a spot in the grand final.
Yep, good on him. That's good. You know, if he's keen to get back into the game, and he's obviously making the right progress from 19s and now an opportunity at reserves. The spotlight's on you, young fella.
Spotlight is on you indeed. This one just misses outside.
It's always a bit of cat and mouse here because I don't think Ryan would know too much about this batter, so he's just sounding him out.
Just a good eye here by Henare. Nathan Reid at left field made a good catch coming forward earlier in the match. Connor Flanagan injected into the ball game now, running at first base. Connor Flanagan, an outstanding junior representative for New Zealand, and of course Northcote all the way through the grades, and then took off for 3 years. Well, 4 years, I think, maybe in the end. Maisie, of course, picked up a scholarship to the United States, not running bouncy castles, but doing a basketball scholarship and picked up a degree over there.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, so yeah, I remember Connor a little while ago. Good pitcher. Had all the
oh yeah, very good pitcher.
Hallmarks of getting there. And decided to go to the States, do a scholarship. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, and absolutely nothing wrong with coming back to the mighty Northcote.
Indeed, and good to see him back in the game as Henare will go down on strikes to complete the bottom of the third innings. But it's not before Jesse Fuller says, "Come on, boys, let's get her going," and he hits one to the moon. More action to come at the top of the fourth, and we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the grand final between the Northcote Warriors and the Northcote Kings. The younger team, the Warriors, with a 5-run lead here in the top of the fourth innings. Started in the first innings, to be fair, and it started with this batter right now, Gabe Wharepoti, an in-the-park home run, set the tone, and he gets his third at-bat now. In the fourth innings, they crossed for 4 runs in the first innings of the Warriors. They picked up another run in the second innings. And then another one on and in the Parker with an assistment, if you like, for Harrison Bound. So they've scored in every innings until Jesse Fuller's replied in the bottom of the third innings with his home run. As we continue the action here, after Whaupari will be the catcher and Morgan Ngātarawihungi. Then the pitcher, Ryan Love. A couple of changes happening on both teams, so we'll kind of pick that up for you as we go. This one inside, and as we talk about those changes we see out there, Maisie, we look out there in the field. I'll come up here because my binoculars are a little stronger than yours. That's what we call our reading glasses these days.
Yeah, if you're
hard hit ball back to Fuller, and he takes a breadbasket catch and throws it over in time.
Look, had a look, good hit, good contact, but Fuller didn't panic, let the ball come into him, and looked up and just made that play to one, made it look a lot easier than that would have been.
So defensive changes for Northcote. Sees the the Kings, the shortstop JP Gerbes come out of the ball game, and the third baseman shuffle over Ned Rue. Into third base is Tyrell Hanadi, who stays in the game. Connor Peterson slides over from 1 to 2, so he's at second base now. And Cooper Watson stays in the game. He's now at first base. Now I found the change. So Gerbes actually stays in the game. He's going to be catching now, as it was Harry Common that checked out. So as you mentioned, making a few changes here, the Kings, as they're down by 5 runs here in the bottom of the 4th innings.
Yeah, I think they have to at this stage of the game. We've just got to change things up. There'll be reasons for it. JP Gerbes coming to catch.
We saw a couple of pass balls earlier. Maybe they're looking to tidy that up just a smidge. Very uncommon to see a shortstop move into catcher in a final, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But
maybe there's a combination we don't know about, Chopper. Maybe,
Yeah, and in saying that, though, David Downs, the head coach for the Kings side, very experienced campaigner. Knows all the moves, all the tricks, and all the strategies required, and there the move works as they pick up the first 2 outs here in the top of the 4th innings.
Yeah. That move with Connor Peden going to second's it's a good aggressive move. Very accomplished second baseman, Connor.
It's the Rhinos' turn to come up with 2 down here in the top of the 4th innings. As we see Des Warman on screen, he's looking to make a couple of his own moves as he pulls out the old trusty notebook. I wonder what's in that notebook.
Oh, could be all sorts from
spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah,
recipe,
lunch menus. There could be a few moves in there.
Yeah, could be
a few batting lineups.
He is a student of the game, as Des Warman. He will watch these games on playback. Games of opposition, workout game strategy, multiple game strategies. As we see a hard hit ball from the Rhino. Safety down to first base, but first base is not enough. The Rhino puts the Jets on. It's a sliding double.
Great hit by Ryan Love. Aggressive, round 1, looking for 2. Knew exactly where he was going. He gave himself time, knew what he wanted to do. Push that round to 2. Turn a single into a double.
Never broke a stride, did he?
Nah.
What I like about Ryan Love, we've seen his hitting this year has been elite. But you saw in that last hit, he was so balanced.
Yeah.
He could have been standing on a balancing beam and not fallen over.
Yeah.
Noah Reid now with his opportunity.
Hard act to follow though, Chopper. Young Noah.
With Love, the starting pitcher, and 2 away. We're bringing another runner for him, and that'll be Gabe Whaupari. Boy, he's done a bit of running today.
He has. And what a guy to put on. He's got such good smarts when he's on base.
And time called here as Gerbes will come out to his battery mate Fuller. And of course, it's their first time combination in this game. There's a runner on 2. Okay, wait. We're going with the first, the second, the third, or 1 times the second divided by the third. I don't know. He lost me at the get-go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jesse's like, just this way, Rosedale.
Yeah.
Noah Reid now waits. No one count. Outside edge. And Whareapoti has stolen his third or fourth base of the match. 2 outs here. Gerbes is using his head. He's like, oh no, we just need to get the batter here.
Good eyes, good eyes.
One thing they'll know here is to try and get the last out, to give their team to kick their offense back into order. The Warriors, though, they're looking to get the margin further apart, aren't they, Maisie?
They are. They definitely. They need to continue their ascendancy. They've been ahead in this whole game. To be fair, they've clearly been the better team, so they just need to keep that going. And it's up to the Kings to get back in this game. Try and claw their way back in.
This one fouls off.
This stage of the game, it's a bit of cat and mouse. Who's going to win the competition, the pitcher or the batter?
Now check the swing down at first base. Michael Call says no swing.
He didn't swing at that.
He did not swing at that.
No.
I'm in agreement with you, my friend. How could I disagree? Full count now.
Full count.
3 and 2. 2 away here. Top of the fourth innings. Apologies. Drop ball inside's a good one, and it'll go foul. Liam May's waiting on deck for his opportunity.
Yeah, no, he's battling well on this count. He's just hanging in there. I would suspect he's going to pick the right pitch. He wants to pick the right pitch. That's good eyes.
Change up on the outside edge, and it'll be a well-earned walk for Noah Reid.
Well done. He worked that. He worked that well. Let's see where this bloke can hit.
Liam Mays is starting shortstop for the Warriors today. Good first pitch taken. He knows it's a situation not to swing at the first pitch right here. Top of the fourth inning, 5-run margin. Hard hit ball from Mays. Excuse me, right underneath it is Rainan Nasi, the centre fielder. So they are kept scoreless here. The first time in the grand final, the Warriors don't score a run. They lead 6 runs to 1. More action to come when we come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium in the grand final of the Premier Men's Division here. We've got a good one. The younger team, the Warriors, are leading the ball game at the moment. 6 runs to 1 over the older boys, the Kings. And what has proved to be one for the ages. As the young ones will continue right behind the pitching of Ryan Love. Love has been good today, Maisie.
Yeah, it's been a good game. As I said, the number of times, the Warriors have taken every opportunity they've got or have been given. The
Pinch
Kings
hit.
need to do the same thing.
Apologies. Pinch hit from Tyler Flanagan, grounds out to the second baseman, Noah Reid, for the first out.
Yeah, he just didn't get hold of that one. Knew what he wanted to do, but yeah.
Going to bring up to bat here. Another pinch hitter into the ball game. It'll be Kobe Rue who will step in for his older relation, Hayes. First pitch he sees is up top. Tell you what, I'm glad I brought a pen with more ink today because all the changes these guys are making.
Well, as we said before, the Kings have got to make changes. They've got to make something happen.
Slashes of this one will go foul out of play. With that in mind, it's about changes that are going to happen. What are some of the things that the Kings will need to achieve here in the bottom of the fourth innings to come back into this game and then to maybe sneak the comeback win?
They really need to start shortening up. It's not going to be about sticking the ball out with big bombs. They've got to shorten it up. They've got to accumulate base hits. And if they don't do that, they're always going to have scoreboard pressure.
Ryan Love, starting pitcher for the Warriors, has gone well today. Bends this drop ball inside.
Fanned him off.
Buzzing the tower, a bit like Maverick.
Yeah, I imagine Ryan will be trying to sort of impose himself over this batter.
Kobe Rue trying to be the Iceman. As he punches this one, Mays has got to make a good play. The pickup is good.
Mays over Gerbes out for 2.
Good play. Nice strong hit. Got to break the infield though, and it was a good play by Liam Mays. Nice and steady. Jacko Gerbes, good collection at one.
That's not an easy play, Maisie. What Liam did at shortstop there, coming forward to getting it on the short hop. As you saw in the end, he had plenty of time to get that throw over and he'd fielded it cleanly. That's a clever play by the shortstop from the Warriors here.
There is always a tendency to let the ball bounce and see what it's going to do, but you've really got to attack that ball. Be aggressive in the field. Go to the ball.
No one likes to see a hop, and especially a Rosedale hop on a second bounce, so take it at the short hop. Good lesson learned for any young ballers watching the broadcast here today. Rainen Nasi now. Left-handed running specialist, and boy, if we had a shot clock on the time it takes them to get from home plate to one, it would not be a long time, that's for sure.
This kid even looks like he's got wheels.
It's kind of like click, click.
Yeah.
Clicky left, clicky's there.
Corners from the Warriors need to be on their toes here.
We can see Wharepari's in shallow. Foul off.
It's good and aggressive fielding by the Warriors. They're really demanding the batter to put something in play. We'll get it.
Put something in play. We'll get it. Bottom of the fourth innings. And for some reason, my clock has changed the way it shows me the time, Maisie. So I'm going to rely on you for an exact time.
5 past 2.
5 past 2?
Yep.
Good.
Don't look like a bunt to me. I just want to have a chat, I just want to have a chat.
You can hear the umpire here, and he's just going to have a chat because he's a left-handed specialist, is Rainen Nasi, and you can't bunt on a third strike, but if you're a lefty, you can slap it.
Enough. Yeah. Do you guys have a bunt or a slap? That's pretty close.
Slap it.
Yeah. Cool. Double.
How good is that, Maisie?
Yeah, that's good. Umpires aren't sure. They're not experts. They've got to rely on their fellow umpires, and we see there that home plate umpire's just gone out just to have a discussion with his fellow umpires.
I think the thing for me is that these umpires here in New Zealand don't have big egos. They're okay to say, hey, you know what? I don't mind asking for help. You know, some umpires will be like, no, I'm fine. I own this. And he's like, Michael Lee's like, know what? I'll come out there and have a chat. Make sure we've got the right call. It's a grand final. We want to be perfect, and they did indeed. As we see Rhino take the strikeout anyway. Apologies, as we are all done through the bottom of the fourth innings. And it is the youngsters, the Warriors, leading 6 runs to 1.
No time to fluff around today? No worries. Just swing into Caltex and pay for fuel with Pay an App to speed on through. Ooh, yeah. Feels good. Use it at your local participating...
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling, technology, or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you. And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Bailey's finding buyers that others can't.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletic Sports Stadium in the grand final, the Premier Men's Division. We've got ourselves a beauty going here between the Northcote Warriors, the younger team, taking on the Northcote Kings. You can see the colours on the scoreboard represents the colours on their shirts out there in the field. Top of the 5th innings here. The Warriors looking for an insurance run as the clock is starting to count down. An hour 45 match. Started at 12:30. We've got Liam Mays joining us in commentary here. He's the mathematician. If it starts at 12:30, an hour 45, calculate it. Go.
Cross-eyed already, sorry.
One job, Liam Mays.
I was thinking about that answer even when you were asking me the question.
Well, it would be 1:30 would be 1 hour. Another 45 minutes would make it 2:15.
2:15, there you go.
You had your chance, mate. You had your chance. 7 minutes past 2 at the moment, so how much time to go?
I didn't hear the question. You're talking about a 45% school suit maths.
8 minutes to go in the ball game, so we're in the 5th innings only, but it looks like it'll be the last innings here. The rules in North Harbour, if you make the last out in the innings before, that's when the clock counts, and so if they can get through quickly twice, then maybe we'll get to the 6th inning. But I would say, Maisie, that this is the last one.
Their backs against the wall, the Kings. They've really got to really step up now. I know I've said that through the whole commentary, but they've been behind the 8 ball most of this game. The Warriors have really come to play today. And, credit to them. Credit to them.
Sure has indeed. Tane Wilson will hit second here after the strikeout of Bound. Then there'll be a pinch hitter coming into the ball game. Cordelin Dudley will be hitting for Nathan Reid in the 8th spot. 3rd up this innings. Good to see both coaches making sure the pathway is open for all players on the bench. And we've seen every player from the bench on both sides get into the ball game now, Maisie.
Which is what you want.
It is indeed.
You don't want to be riding the pine for the whole 9 in the final. You want to give get the opportunity to have your little bit,
Maisie,
make an effort, do something different, give them the opportunity.
As you know, we started the season and with one reserve team, and there was an uneven number of teams in the competition. And so we approached North Harbour and said, look, we'll put in a second team. And they were like, what do you mean? I says, well, we'll put in a second team because then it evens up the numbers of the competition. They go, oh, you sure? I said, yeah, no, I am sure. Because it's not about winning the competition, it's about developing our athletes. And so we had no problems. He said, well, wait a minute, your reserve team will start with 0 points, your other team. And we're like, that's okay, we don't care. It's actually not about winning the title, it's about pathway.
Yeah.
And we've done everything the right way, and now both teams have made the grand final. The Warriors, I think they missed the first 3 or 4 games of the season.
Yeah.
So they started way back.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. The Warriors teams did start 4 games down.
4 games down, yeah. Only 16 games in the season. Everyone else has had 20.
Yep. And to make that final, and to be doing what they're doing in the final as well. I mean, they're showing a few of the old heads, how aggressive young attitudes can actually win games.
Sure it is.
And, I think Des has coached a pretty good game.
Very good coach, Des Warman. Northcote's very happy to have him as part of their coaching staff, that's for sure. Corbin Dudley with his pinch hit, now 1-2 the count. And that'll come through the zone. It'll be 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the 5th innings. And more action to come in the bottom of the 5th. Can the Kings make a comeback? Can they do it? We'll find out. It's a 5-run lead to the younger team. Warriors 6, Kings 1.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Want to catch a fuel bargain with Caltex and Supergold? Scan your Caltex app, Flybuys or Airpoints for 6 cents off per litre with Pumped. And show your Supergold card for an extra 2 cents off. Ah, feels good.
I'm Trevor Johnson and I'm a sheep and beef farmer from the Forgotten World Highway. Some of the country we bought was quite steep and difficult. We have pushed those blocks to pine trees. 1,000 hectares into forest and 7,000 hectares will stay in grazing. To me, it's just the best use of land. If you've got land that is not so productive, it's a marvellous way of increasing your income.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Pure Athletics Sports Stadium. Fantastic to have you along with the Ballpark Broadcasting crew. It's been a good one. You see Jackson.chopper turning around with a smile on his dials because his team's leading 6-1 here in the top of the 5th innings with only 2 minutes to go on the clock. This will be the end of the game. If the Kings can come back and score 5 runs or 6 to tie it up and 6 to win it, they will be the 2024 champions. If not, it'll be the younger team, the Warriors, that'll run out supreme this year. Good game so far. 4 runs by the Warriors in the top of the first innings, led off by a Gabe Wharepari home run, getting the job done. Then the Warriors score another run in the second and the third before the Kings get their only run so far in the game, coming from a home run from Jesse Fuller. Gives us a scoreline now, 6-1 as you see. It'll be top of the order, Gerbes. That will lead them off here before Cooper Watson, and then the aforementioned Jesse Fuller will be up third.
Yeah, the Warriors got to shut this game out. They've done all the hard work, but it's not over till it's over. And as you said, Chopper, top of the order for the Kings. Anything can happen in this game. A couple of back-to-back hits, and the pressure goes back on the Warriors.
2 balls and 1 strike. Performing in the back end of a match is a unique talent. Takes mental fortitude and line drive, but straight to the glove of the left fielder, Nathan Reid.
So this Warriors team will be saying that's one part of 3. 2 more to go. See, my maths isn't that bad.
Indeed, and as you see Ryan Love there, just take a bit of pace off the ball to create that line drive. Cooper Watson now will step in for a second at bat. Jesse Fuller waiting on deck.
Yeah, Cooper needs to make something happen here, and Ryan will be trying to stop him.
Ryan Love's been brilliant today. Just the 2 hits surrendered, that home run to Jesse Fuller and a single to Takuru.
Certainly, and that's what you want, your experienced players, your senior players, especially with such a young team. We've mentioned it a few times.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So my bad. It was Connor Flanagan that had that single. Apologies. But yeah, 7 strikeouts on the day. He's been on a commanding performance on the hill, hasn't he?
He has. Warriors will be on their toes. Wanting to take their second out.
Trying to stay balanced around emotion and performance. Rise ball up top. Waste pitch, of course. 1-2 now the count on Watson.
That's it.
And Love with his 8th strikeout of the match. Riseball's got it going on today, doesn't he? How good has been his young catcher, 15-year-old Morgan Natana, been today?
Great young talent. Hits as well. Runs the bags good as well. So, yeah, all-round player. Now, this will be crucial for the Warriors team to really shut this game out now. I can speak from experience, losing a final and the last batter up.
We're down to the last out, and Jesse Fuller, he's kept David Down smiling today with his performance. He's been an outstanding contributor. Started at right field, came in a relief pitch in the top of the second. He's kind of held it down since then, gave up a couple of runs, but that's it. Scored one himself.
What do they say? It's now or never.
First pitch by Fuller, pops it up. Reid, if he catches it, they win. And he does. It'll be the Warriors, the Northcote Warriors, that are reign out supreme in 2024. They win the grand final for the North Harbour Softball Association, 6-1. Maisie, your thoughts on the match?
Well done, Warriors. Look, as we've said, the young team has come through and shown the older boys that with good hitting early on, keeping the pressure on, they'd never looked in trouble, to be fair, if I look back. It was up to the Kings to step up and do something. They didn't quite come up with it, and the Warriors fully deserved to win this final.
They sure did. The younger team, and a great game started off in the first innings by Gabe Wharepoti, as I'm going to come back to you for the Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Match, Maisie. Gabe Wharepoti leads it off with a home run in the top of the first innings, and then Liam Mays drives one off the glove of the second baseman before Tane Wilson and Noah Reid drive in the second, third and fourth run of that innings. Flip on to the top of the second. The Warriors at it again. It's Ryan Love with a bases loaded walk that brings a run in until Harrison Bound does a solo effort in the third, hits a triple, a skip ball off the glove, goes out of play, and that's their sixth run of the ball game until Jesse Fuller sends a monster shot to left field to give the sole run of the Kings. But it will be the Warriors that run out victorious 6-1. Maisie, Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Match.
Not really a hard choice. I think today this kid started the tone for the winning team, and that was Gabe Wharepoti. Just did everything right, was really aggressive running the bags, made some good plays. So well done to the Warriors. Just like to add too, I thought the officials had a good game. There was no
Stop sucking up,
contentious
Maisie.
calls.
Stop sucking up.
You got to always be nice to the umpires. Although I'll never play another game again. You just got to. Maybe it's to make up for older abuse that I gave out.
Fair enough.
So yep, Gabe Whaipori, player of the debate.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is Gabe Whaipori is the Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Grand Final, and it's the Warriors that win it and reign supreme for 2024. The Premier Men's Reserves champions here for North Harbour. On behalf of the production crew on this one, sisters in the house. She's lent it all now. Tanisha Hokamo, Matt Jordan on direction. Garcio Ignati, and camera operator with Troy Duncan, working the cameras for us. My mate in the booth with me, Liam Mays. I've been Jason.chopper.gerbes, aka Chopper. Be sure to stay tuned and come back. 2:30, the Premier Women's Reserves final will be coming up. HBC taking on the Bandits. 2:30. Back to you soon.